which, by the way, the support zone is pretty close to this area here. So if we drew lines across, let me just go ahead, draw this line here, and we'll duplicate that. You can see how roughly, okay, again, this type of thing doesn't have to be exact, but look at this. The market came down here to the top and then spiked right back to the bottom. But look, that area was defined by the one down session in this huge move up. Okay? Now let's see if that area plays into the market going forward. There, the market comes back down there again. Look at this. Huge momentum to the downside. What happens? The market breaks through. Look at this. Comes right back there. What was once support is now resistance. Look at this day. This one session closed exactly on the level. Okay? Let's just follow this through, do the exercise. Look at this. Support, support. Look at this. The consolidation is formed here by the top end of this one bar here. Now, why did I key in on this one bar? What could possibly go through my head to even look at that? Well, it's because it's the only down bar in this entire move. So for whatever reason, on this one day, there were more sellers than there were buyers. So for one 24-hour period, the sellers came out in force. And they came out in enough force that they stopped the market going up. Now the very next day, of course, the bulls came back and they pushed up. But what does this mean? It means that if there were individuals who were selling at this price before, they might be willing to sell again, which you see here. They did manage to sell again. But more importantly, it represents an area of conflict and not necessarily indecision, but where the decision was not completely one-sided. You can see through this area, what was the decision? The decision was up. And then all of a sudden, boom, you have the balance starting to shift to where now it's to the other side. And then it shifts back. And it shifts back in a big way and the market explodes back upwards. That's why I picked that one day. Because this one day is completely stands out from the rest. Now, of course, we already saw all of this trading. So you might say, well, hey, all you were doing was looking at this trading over here, and you went ahead and said, well, maybe let's just throw a dart and see if something sticks. Not necessarily. It's been my experience that these types of days can be important. They can represent areas where the market will gain support. There are just a lot of reasons why I picked that. It wasn't just throwing darts. But if you're skeptical, what I would encourage you to do is just start drawing the lines for yourself. In fact, if you see an area like this where there's a big move up, a retracement, then another big move, what I would suggest that you do is take the high of the move and then the low of the move like this and see just how often the market returns or honors the top and the bottom. And you'll find out that quite often it's uncanny how the market comes back to those levels almost to the penny. Now, what's the point of all that? Well, remember, I've been talking about for the last several weeks the whole science of planning. If nothing else, the area will help you to plan your trading. Remember, the goal here is not to have to sit in front of this bloody computer for hours on end. The goal is to align ourselves with the highest probability trades. If that means we take 2 trades a day, then we take 2 trades a day. If that means we take 1 trade in an entire week, that means we take 1 trade. Hey, if that means we don't take any trades in a week, we don't take any trades.